Good day everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to episode number 12 of the East German Challenge. And it is a challenge with Dynamo Dresden trying to win the Bundesliga. As I say, we're into season number 12. Let's go and have a look and see what's been going on. Well, like I say, it has been a difficult challenge this one. Trying to get a German team up from the third tier to win the Bundesliga is a little bit more difficult than I expected. But there has been some plus points on this window. As you can see, we've already started into the 4th of September, so we've played a few games. And if you watched the last episode and remember me talking about our January transfer signing, Robin Fries, not scoring enough goals, even though I bought him for goals, well, he started off with a flyer. He has started off with an 8 average rating, 4 assists and 4 goals in the first 4 games of the season. That I will take very, very nicely. And he's also developed a little bit more as well. His positioning and concentration is what is letting him down, but he is getting there. He's a 4-star player, so I don't think he's going to be as good as Daubner, but I still think he will definitely do a job for us, and he has started very, very well. 4 goals, 4 assists in 4 games. You can't say better than that. That's really, really good. Speaking of transfers, we had, I think, about 25-26 million to spend. I've still got about 10.5 million left over. Our transfer revenue is actually been changed again. It's 100% of transfer revenue from player sales once I reach 32 million now, and then it drops to 60, which is a very, very weird system, but we still have nearly 30 million in the bank, which isn't too bad at all. And then if get off the scouting, I'm going on to transfers. Thank you very much. You'll see here as well, I do have a free transfer coming in. Adriano Gomez is a Brazilian advanced forward, but can play as a DLF, so a backup for Bondarenko maybe. Really, really good player. And for a free transfer, I'll snapping this one up, definitely. Really, really good player. Very happy with that. But also the other players that have gone and been sold. Let's have a little look and see what's been happening. So, obviously I alluded to the Martinez deal on the previous episode. So our left back is gone. No other players there. So we brought in another 22 million from player sales. And 2 of them being players that I bought in last season. Sylvan Heights has gone to Monaco for 9.5 million. He didn't get any game time. He wasn't happy, so he wanted to go. And then Horace Wabo. Didn't work out. Weirdly enough, it just did not work out. I have no idea why. He didn't play as many games last season, unfortunately, and he got a little bit upset, so that's probably the main reason. And yeah, he's gone to Saudi Arabia for 14.5 million. Heights for 9.5 million, plus a few loans. Sayer and Clerk and Bernardi are players I keep on loaning out to try and get some more game time. And then I just brought in another 3 players because I don't think the squad needed a massive amount of players to be brought in, so to speak. So starting at the bottom was another free transfer to join Gomez, who arrives in the January. Seamus Munn is an attacking midfielder who can play pretty much anywhere central and on the right hand side. But again, a free transfer looking this good, I couldn't say no. It's worth a punt on a free transfer, and his value is up to 65 million. Work that one out. Then I wanted a left back, because obviously I lost Martinez. I couldn't replace him in the January. Kim Sang-hyun. Sounds like a character of Squid Game. But anyway, he is a South Korean left back who was at Bayern Munich. 4-star potential ability, not that consistent. Got some really good pros. Physically very good, mentally very good. It's the technicals that he needs to work on, but he is only 21, so he could definitely improve on that, especially the dribbling side of things. If you're going to be a fullback or a wing-back, you've got to be able to dribble at the end of the day. And then on top of that, I wanted to bring in another right-back, and again, the whole thing with this save is trying to find decent fullbacks and wing-backs, and I'm really, really struggling to find some decent ones. This one stood out a little bit. Cesar Cabral, Cape Verdean from Benfica. Technically, again, not the best. Will work on that over time. But mentally and physically, I thought, yeah, he can go in and battle for the fullback spot. In fact, I'm not even going to battle for it because I've put both of them into those spots. And I've also put Fries in. So I've got the 3 players in for this season that I want in to take over these ones because I see them as the long-term players for those positions. Done a little bit of tactical tweaking again. I changed that from a shadow striker to an advanced playmaker instead. The DM I put, I think I had that on support, but I've changed it to defensive. Just a couple of tweaks here and there. And that's the squad rounded out. I'll show you the staff as well because my staff is pretty much stacked out, but they won't give me any more coaches. And I need just basically a couple of better coaches in management and fitness, but besides that, scouting department's good, medical department's even better, so it's all good. I'm very, very happy with the progress that we made this season. But obviously we do have Champions League football this season as well. I like it.
I like it a lot.
Champions League football for this season, along with the Bundesliga and the Pokal. I'm going to run the highlights. Fingers crossed, I've broken the curse of being in Europe and it affecting our league season. I want to get European football again and get it consistently season upon season now. That is exactly what we need at this club. So let's go and run the highlights, see how we do, and I'll see you guys in a few seconds. The Pokal, it seems, will forever be our poison chalice after another early stage exit to Holstein Kiel. In the league though, we found it, the magical consistency. Only losing 3 games before Christmas, including a 1-0 to Union Berlin, but also including wins like a 5-0 versus Frankfurt and a 2-0 versus Leipzig. After Christmas, we did have a bad February, and despite beating Bayern Munich 3-0 and Freiburg 3-2, that form did cost us the title as we finished second, 10 points off Borussia Dortmund. And of course, we did have our first season ever in the Champions League, and we did really well. We took some heavy batterings like a 6-1 versus Inter Milan and a 3-0 versus Porto, but an 8-3 versus Basel, a 2-1 versus PSV, and a 3-2 versus Man United, we qualified in 19th. Into the knockouts, we gave ourselves a chance, beating AC Milan 3-0 in the first leg, only to throw it all away and get battered at the San Siro 5-0 to be knocked out in our first season in the Champions League. Well, that's a bit more progression, so to speak, but oh my word. Okay, we finished 10 points behind the league leaders. Let's have a look at the league table. Get off that. We've qualified for Europe again. Brilliant. But we finished 10 points behind the league leaders. We did drop a few points towards the end of the season, but I think pretty much it was a foregone conclusion that Dortmund were going to win this one. We dropped a couple of points towards the end of the season if we have a look at the schedule. Yeah, that February point. Losing to Union Berlin and FC Cologne in the middle of beating AC Milan and then getting absolutely battered by AC Milan in the Champions League, that affected us, and I think that was pretty much the nail in the coffin, plus those 2 draws towards the end of the season and drawing against Dortmund. If we had that and maybe a positive result against Berlin, it's all ifs, buts and maybes, I get that, but overall I'm very, very happy with that. Competitions wise, obviously Champions League, we did pretty darn well if we have a look at the league phase. We qualified 19th, that's still doing well, and we got some decent results. We lost 4-1-4. I'm happy with that. Then get knocked out in the knockout rounds by AC Milan. It's unfortunate, but it's AC Milan. Champions League football is tough. What I'm a little bit more annoyed about is the Pokal getting knocked out by Holstein Kiel. I'm not happy with that at all. If we have a look at the squad, Cabral is still at the right back there, but if we have a look, Bondarenko, more output this season, 23 goals, 4 assists. Robin Fries, who is wanted, not a chance of Saudi getting him. 18 and 17, 18 and 12 from Carboni, 11 and 7 from Rodrigo, even 6 goals from Bichiabu. 5 and 11 from Desiree Doué, who leaves on a free transfer this season because he won't sign a new contract for some strange reason. 2 and 8 from Cabral on his first season. Let's have a little look at him. Oh my word, he has developed well. I'm loving all those up arrows. That's really good progress. Really good progress. And if we have a look at our other one, he got another 4 assists and a goal as well. Kim Sang-hyun, he's developing really well. Not as many arrows on the up, but still getting better. That's really good. Also, let's not forget our Brazilian central midfielder, who is actually proposing to leave the club on a free transfer in a year's time. That's not going to be happening. He just wasn't getting enough game time. He was really unhappy, so he'll be going this season. I'll get a bit of money for him. It is what it is. There's a lot of my other players that are wanted as well, which is a little bit annoying. But we do have 20 million in transfer budget for a second season in the Champions League. 50 million in the bank though. I was hoping I'd get a little bit more than that. A little bit more. Oh, dear me. If we have a look at the club info as well, before sorting anything out, reputation is all the way up to a 4-star. Obviously, we do have the new stadium, but I've ignored the youth facilities because I'm not really using the youth facilities in this save. Maybe I should have, in hindsight, maybe I should have. I could have been bringing through a few more decent players through our youth system. But it just really wasn't working, I suppose. So, yeah, in hindsight, that may have been a little bit of a mistake on my part. But the training facilities are fairly decent. We haven't got that much of a loan debt left. So, the club is in a really, really good position. And with that being said, we roll into season number 13 next. Unlucky for some, but fingers crossed it may be lucky for us, as we have actually finally turned the corner in the league, and I think next season we could actually be putting up a good title challenge. But to see that, you're going to have to like this video and subscribe to the channel, aren't you? That's what you're going to have to do. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ta-ra.